Open my eyes, I slept through the day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today.
This video is sponsored by Macback. Okay, so when it comes to cases, there's so many companies out there and so many brands that it's really difficult sometimes to make a decision on whether you want to have the most protective case or have something that looks nice. In my case, I like to have some options because I like to change cases and accessories on my iPhone depending on what I'm wearing or the occasion. If I'm going to work, if I'm going to somewhere more casual or to the gym, I like to have something that matches that specific scenario. But to me, these cases are not just for aesthetics. Some of them have some unique features that I actually like to use depending on what I'm doing that day or the type of clothing that I'm wearing. Sometimes if I'm going to the office, I like something more classy, more minimal, or if I'm going to the gym, something more functional, more utility-like. And then I have one that is like my everyday type of case. But if I'm honest with you, I probably will carry my phone caseless every single day because I love the feeling of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It was made so beautifully that I almost hurt not using it without a case. But I got some close calls recently, so I'm afraid of breaking it. So since then, I've been using some cases, and the good thing about it is that I have a few, so I keep my rotation running around quite often. And saying that, I want to show you my top 3 cases for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. When it comes to utility, there's nothing out there that beats Movas by Muff. They offer minimal cases that feel very premium on hand, while adding an origami-inspired MagSafe accessories that give the case a very unique aesthetic and feel. To me, the one I tend to use the most is the MagSafe tripod accessory. It gives a great multi-use feature, especially when watching videos on my phone, which to be honest, it comes in clutch every time I'm eating by myself. I don't know about you, but I need some YouTube along my meals. Also, it works very well if you create content with your phone, since you can elevate it to use it in your desired angle to capture that moment that otherwise would have been a bit more tricky to get since the tripod has a small footprint. Another cool way you can use it is by keeping the tripod feature on and placing your phone horizontally for that standby mode while charging. I personally don't use this a lot, but it's nice whenever I want to have my display showing very minimal information while I'm working in the office or simply on my nightstand. I'm pretty sure you can find good use of it, but if you decide to get it, please do yourself a favor and get yourself the white one. And even using mine most of the time, because this is the case that I think I use the most, it hasn't shown any sign of discoloration or scratches or stains, so honestly get the white one, it looks the best. Thank me later. When it comes to the Macback case, it's the one in my rotation that I will consider the perfect daily. The quality is nice, and it has pretty good drop protection rating of up to 6 feet, which personally I can imagine a situation where more than that will be needed. Additionally, it has in my experience the strongest magnets I've used in a case for MagSafe accessories. Actually, you can pretty much attach your phone to any metal surface due to how strong the magnets are. When I carry my Macback wallet, I'm very confident it's not going anywhere, plus it can also serve as a stand, which is pretty handy. Adding to that, this case comes with an accessory called the Stick, which allows you to use your iPhone in your car without the need of any big mount or anything while keeping your dashboard looking clean and minimal, which is a huge advantage in my opinion. The wallet has dual pockets. On one side you can place 2 to 3 cards, but over time up to 9 cards could fit comfortably after the break-in period. Even though you guys have the wallet app, not sure why you would like to carry that many cards at the same time, but you can. Additionally, you have a very useful loop where you can use to handle your phone with more ease, which I personally find useful coming from the iPhone 15 Pro Max, since the size of the phone does actually take away some accessibility at times when used with a single hand. One thing to note that is very important is that the wallet has an exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can really go wrong with that. That's why I consider this a perfect daily. So if you guys are interested in anything from Macback, use the link down in the description to support the channel, or you can use my code cristiansilvagnoli for 15% off. And I know, my last name is very long and is confusing, but if it's too complicated, I know, the link in the description will do the trick. Moving on to the next one is the Aspen case from Andar. This case is what I call a classy minimal design. This is the perfect case for those more formal days or whenever you want to go out, at least for me. It's made out of premium full grain leather and it feels great in hand, plus it brings me back to those days Apple used to sell their leather case. Yeah, good old days. But yeah, the alternative that Apple introduced this year is questionable. I don't know if you like it, maybe it's your style. Definitely not mine. The thing is that Andar has delivered very well with this case, and the Aspen case actually sits in a similar place to what the Apple leather case, and I think personally it's probably in a higher level, and even as a prolonged use I don't see barely any marks. I mean, this case looks almost identical to how I got it, and even though I don't really abuse my cases a lot because I switch in between them within my rotation and I have always 3 or so moving around constantly because I get bored how the phone looks and feel. This case has been holding up very well. Even with that, you can hardly see any sign of wear, since leather regardless tends to look better over time. Okay, but yeah guys, those are my top 3 cases for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I know that most of you usually get only one. Believe me that it doesn't matter which one you get between the 3, you're gonna have a good time with your case and they're gonna serve you well. Depending where you're looking, if you're looking for a more protective case or you're looking for one that looks more classy or more utility-like or for everyday use, you know, you pick your own, make your own decision. But regardless, those 3 that I just mentioned are great, and as of now, they're my favorite ones so far. But yeah guys, now as I edit the last portion of the video, I want to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. I am trying a new app for editing videos. May or may not turn Final Cut completely off from my apps of choice, at least for a while. I want to try DaVinci Resolve Studio, and I got it here, so we'll see how that goes. Since it has more tools for color grading, audio editing, be a little bit more creative with managing different tracks and so on. I have a lot to learn, so I'm gonna be locked in, learning, going through some classes on YouTube to try to be better at this app, so we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, this may be the last video that I make using Final Cut Pro, so next video, keep an eye, let me know what you think, and if you see any improvements or anything that you think may look better, or any suggestions you guys may have if you guys have used DaVinci Resolve in the past, I'll appreciate it. Anyways guys, thank you so much for supporting the video, watching all the way to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Some fun tonight. I wanna show you all the lavish things.